Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about personal anchors.
Today we'll discuss 6 different options and the pros and cons of each.
Okay, first up is the personal anchor system, or PASS. This one is a black diamond one. The nice thing about it is it has this longer section of a loop here that I can hook my rappel device to, and then I can have this up in my anchor. Each one of these loops is bar tacked to be extra strong, so each one of them can act independently and easily be adjusted. I can clip and shorten right here if I need to. The cool thing about it is I could just lift up some slack here, so now I've released my personal anchor and I can take it off, and off I rappel.
Next, we'd like to discuss the Petzl Connect Adjust. This is one of the new kids on the block. The nice thing about this personal anchor system is you can click it in for the redundancy and you pull to whatever your desired length is. And it has such a shape that when you tug it, you pull the slack out and put weight on the other end, that it rotates and pinches off the rope so that it does not release. And then if you want to release it, you can rotate it and then it'll release until you let go, at which point it will lock again. So it's a really slick system for that purpose. One of the drawbacks to it is that it does make the challenge of extending a belay a little bit difficult. In this case, I have my belay set up on my belay loop, but there is another version with a separate sewn eyelet that can give you some redundancy, but it is a little bit bulkier.
This is just a basic runner. I tied an overhand knot right here so that I can have it work just like the PASS, and then I can have the upper portion of the sling up here connected into my anchor. And then I can tighten it up, release that tension, and off I rappel.
The next personal anchor option I would like to discuss is the good old-fashioned daisy chain. The daisy chain was originally designed for aid climbing and never truly designed to be a personal anchor system in other climbing applications. It is fully weighted. I mean, it's designed to hold a full load from end to end, and it is important to note that each of these intermediate bar tack loops are not fully rated. So if you use one of these, you want to clip the distal end into your anchor, and then in order to adjust your length and tighten the length of it, then you want to clip one of the intermediate loops through and set your carabiner nicely, and you've got that extra loop. What you do not want to do is simply clip one of the loops and then clip it to your anchor, because if it fails, it runs the risk of failing all of the way and shock loading the system. Or if you had it clipped into 2 loops like that and a couple of bar tacks failed, then the carabiner could come completely out of the system. So for those reasons, it's not widely used as a personal anchor system anymore, but still an option if that's what you have.
Okay, so this one is based on Rich Carlson's Canyon cordelette, and what I did was I made a short version of the Canyon cordelette by looping it through like I would the PASS or any other device, and it just slides on this pressic, and then I have a termination knot that's right here that keeps the carabiner from flipping around, which is quite useful. And I just clip it back up here in the bench, and I can weight it. I can also just let out some slack if I'd like. Okay, so I think we're gonna call this one the Canyon Personal Anchor System.
Next, I'd like to show a personal anchor system which is probably the original, designed for alpine climbing. In this instance, I've led a climb and I get to the top where I want to clip in, and say I don't have much to clip into. I'm gonna create a quick Clove hitch and clip in, dress the knot, and then the rope becomes my personal anchor system. That allows me to free up myself to put my weight on it and do whatever else I need to finish the anchor and either top belay the next climber or rappel down, whatever I want to do. What I do want to show you is how to make a Clove hitch. So one way is to go like that. So you make 2 loops that are opposite each other and then fold one behind the other, and that's your clove hitch and clip. And the other part is when you get used to doing it through, you can do it one-handed. Thanks for watching. We appreciate your support. If you have any other ideas or fun ways to anchor in, we would love to hear about it. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.